Hello and welcome to 7F5R Live on Instagram. This is the 52nd episode of this series. It is the 21st of September 2022, currently 2:45 p.m. on a cloudy Wednesday afternoon here in Singapore. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching this live or as a recording. My name is Stephanie Jennifer. I am a CZT21 and I'll be your host for this session. And in just a bit, I'll be joined by my co-hosts Debbie New and Susan Yo CZT Asia 2. We're so happy to have you here today.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, I barely made it. Yay.
Yay.
Can you hear the jets?
So Susan.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right? Going to war.
So we have some tiles in front of us. If you'd like to tangle along with us, you can get your own tile, pens, and tangle along for the next hour and a half, 2 hours perhaps. Susan, what tile or tiles are you using today?
I'm still not very sure which one, but I prepared few. Okay. There are two that from Debbie's Eco Dye. This is the beetroots, and this is the purple cabbage. Yeah, with the gold. Yeah. Then another triangle. Is this from Debbie or Steph? I can't remember. There's no comment behind.
It's me.
Oh,
Okay, Debbie. Okay, I write down. Then there's another two which I tinted, I think last week using the Sakura watercolor. Yeah, this with the black. Then I'm still not sure which one to use. See how?
very good. Debbie, do you want to go next?
Well, are you using a colourful towel, Steph?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're also using colourful towel.
Yes. Mine is black though. Mine is tinted. Okay, I go next.
How is...
Mine
No lah,
is-
I just want to make sure I don't get the same colours.
Mine is black and copper.
How is that copper?
Copper? Red? Don't know. It looks copper to me.
Did I tint that or you?
Yes, you tinted it. It's not me.
So I tinted all the towels today on the
Yes, very
show.
good. This one also. This also
Aiyo.
Debbie tinted. I'm going to finish it today.
Ah. Okay, then I will not use a tinted towel.
In the 7FIR challenge group, the monthly theme color is green.
It's hopeless green.
Hopeless green? No, it's not hopeless. Glamorous green. But anyhow,
Hopeless green.
glamorous green. So I thought it'd be good to like finish this towel. Then I can post
Well,
it.
I have a green towel.
Very good. Then you can use it.
Let me
Oh,
see if
it's
I
This one can only
Huh?
10%
Yo.
green.
Susan!
Can 10% one.
Bitchy.
But technically, she said the theme is green, right? So you can tangle in green also, what? Right?
Also can, yes.
Yeah.
Green shading.
Yeah.
Can also green pens. I think as long as it's got a bit of green, it's fine. Yeah. So while Debbie decides what she's going to use for today's session, if you're not sticking around, you're watching this live and not sticking around for long,
What do you mean by you're not
session,
sticking around? You need to
Maybe they
stick
got-
around.
maybe they got things to do.
No,
Like
cannot.
Going to work, going to school, I don't know.
不可以.
Yeah, can. No, can. I'm not gonna hold you hostage here. You can watch a recording of today's session on our Instagram profile at 7forest5rivers or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/7f5r studio. Yeah, you can also follow each of us on our personal Instagram profiles. Debbie is at tangle.pursuits, Susan is at susanyo.czt, and I'm at halfpen_will_draw. Usually for these weekly Wednesday live sessions, we feature challenges from the 7F5R challenge group on Facebook. Do join us over there. You can see what other people have created for the challenges. We host weekly and fortnightly challenges, and 7F5R challenge is also the official group for the Inktober Tangles happening in October every year. You can search for 7F5R challenge in your Facebook search bar or go to this link to find the group. Yeah. So Debbie, tile, decided? White, brown,
Yeah, so I'm going to use a H&S Tokai tile
Tokai.
in midnight blue.
Very nice.
So they have very cute tiles. This is okay, maybe I'm going to pronounce it wrongly. It's called Kakoka N.
Ken.
And this is a Kakoka N Petite.
Petite. Oh, there's a
Yeah, so
big
this is the
size one.
N and then this is the Petite.
Oh, very cute.
Cute, right? Yeah,
Very
I thought
cute.
they were cute. So let's
Cute.
see how much I get out of these two. And then if I have time, I'm going to color this tile.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe I'll do it on
backup
review.
plan.
It depends on, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Susan, would you like to share today's string with us?
Okay. So today is our 50,
Second.
50th
We've been doing this for a
to
year.
1 year. Yes, that's why it's a Y.
Ooh.
The string.
It's a Y.
Why?
Yes, it's a
Why
Y.
is it a Y?
Why?
Why
Because
is
it's
it a
1
Y?
year.
I'm just joking.
Or you
don't
want
answer.
A?
Why
Huh?
is it a Y?
Can be an I.
Because it's
But if
1
it's a
year.
1 year, then it should be a 1 what?
Why?
Because if one, I'm so worried that someone will scold me. So simple. One. If you want,
Yeah,
also
why
can.
not?
Why not? Yeah, one.
Why?
This is a one. Or maybe why?
Why is it not a 1? Ah.
Stop it.
Okay.
Hi, Isaac.
Oh, you can hear him. Okay.
I heard him say Auntie Stephanie.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. He keep mentioning Auntie Stephanie. She asked me to. Sorry. Oh no.
Hi, Isaac.
I'm
Why
too
is
loud.
1
So
year? Why is 1
1
year
year.
a Y? What's the
Year.
logic?
YEAR.
Yeah, that's what I said. Well, why is it a Y?
Then
Then you all scold
next
me.
year also Y.
See, why
Then
is
it's
it a Y? And then I got scolded.
next
Then
year.
you ask the same
Next.
question, can what?
No, I really didn't get it. Oh. That's why I'm like, huh?
I also
1 year,
don't
then
get
why?
it. What?
I thought that we asked for fun. Actually, she's also equally lost.
Yeah.
Why?
Hmm.
Maybe
Next
instead
year.
of
Next year 2Y.
stop.
Yo. I think Steph,
Hmm.
you need to start playing the string. Cannot give it to her already.
Maybe
So much.
instead of capital letter, do small letter Y.
为什么只是 Auntie Stephanie 耶？ Then Auntie Debbie 耶？没有啊？
He just
Yo.
ended.
Isaac,
Today she mentioned your both your names.
Very good. He know.
Don't want to
he hasn't
sleep.
seen us in a
Message.
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If mommy is talking, it means mommy is talking to Auntie Stephanie, Auntie
Got no
Debbie.
friends only us only.
Yeah, got the joke.
So
I got
poor
tell
thing.
Debbie before. The joke is the mother teaching the child about stranger danger. Then he said, if someone show up at your school and say, I'm your mommy's friend, come with me. She told me to collect you from school today. Will you follow? Then the child said no. And then the mother asked, why won't you follow? Because you don't have friends. Very good.
Oh no.
Sound like the boy you actually. No friends.
Yeah. It's like when I tell my husband I'm going out, with who, Debbie? No. With your
no
mom?
friends.
No. Who are you going out? Only got these two.
Cannot.
Mother,
Only
Debbie.
these two approved.
Then when going out with Debbie, okay, have fun, bye.
Your tai ji.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think what happened. Small shape Y, capital Y. Want to use a different string also
What
can.
is the tangle of the day?
Today is Annie.
Annie.
By Elena
Yo.
Babayants. Babayants?
Why?
Is it French?
Any? How?
Anyhow,
When?
anything.
What?
Why? Who?
Aiyo. When?
So these are the step ups. I can draw it with you, a general you. Where's my pen?
Draw it with you.
Draw it with you. Yes. Let's draw any with you. Okay, so in the original step outs, her name is Elena, right? Yes. Elena. It starts with a middle circle and then she draws 6 other circles around it. initial circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's 5, 6. Okay. Then she will connect two of the circles together. And then she has these little lines that she
Any
draws.
two of the circles?
Stop.
Hey, it's a valid question.
Yes, any two of the circles. And this is half of it. So she has little stippling, so it's little skips in a line. But if you want to draw solid line also can, it will work. It's just that in Elena's step outs, she includes stippling in her line. So you will notice when I draw on the right half of this portion, right? My last line actually touches the middle circle. Then you're going to skip the next circle, and then you're going to join these two circles together. So I'm going to turn my paper, and then same thing, continuing along, adding stippling if I want to, until I reach the middle circle. So if at any point in time the lines touch each other, you can just draw behind.
If any point in time.
I was actually joking the team I should also come up with a tangle called anyhow. Anything.
Yo, you anyhow name it.
2, 4,
Then
6,
anytime.
7. Okay, never
Then
mind.
what you do with the odd number?
Yeah, so the thing is the odd
extra.
if you drew odd number, you can. It's just it will look slightly different.
Actually, there's another tangle by, well, the same idea, right?
Which other tangle?
Rumpus? No.
Rumpus look like this, man.
Onion drops? No. Garlic cloves. But garlic cloves
Don't have
is
the
dots.
circle, right?
Dots.
Yeah.
Dots, right?
Because not the orbs.
Is it orbs or dots? Anyway.
I have no idea. Okay, so then we pair out everything. I've drawn 8 circles. I've just realized it's okay. As long as you have even numbers.
Cannot
Then
count.
this middle part, right? Cannot count, yes. This middle part we will draw.
Anyhow
but then you
count.
see you see the little sections in between, right? Your lines will actually follow that section going inwards. So it will look like those lines are filling in the empty spaces. And then if there is no empty space, if it's just a triangular shape, that's fine as well. You're just filling in those spaces. And then for those sections, right, the interesting thing is that Elena actually makes it such that the lines will curve. So they'll curve and then I'm not going back to the original point. It's actually continuing along. So that makes it look interesting.
Like a
Because then it
pumpkin.
looks like the lines dancing in a sense.
Line dancing.
Like line dancing, yes. Don't anyhow say.
I think we lost Susan for a while.
Oh,
I'm here.
Go and
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
Just unmuted.
Not moving on. Your
去睡觉。
camera not moving. I thought you frozen or something.
Yeah, frozen mine. Don't know how to start.
Anyhow start.
Yeah, so
Okay.
towards the end, actually, Elena actually shows some examples where she draws additional circles away from the initial radial point when we started with. So Debbie's original question of what to do if you draw odd numbers of circles, I think you'll still be fine. It will just look different from how Elena's original step-outs look.
Yours looks like a brain.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Maybe I need more
I don't
brain.
know. Or maybe it's I don't know. Not sure. Okay, today, right, we only have 4 questions. But one of the
7
questions
parts.
have 5 parts.
Yo, I was
But it's not
almost
difficult one.
there.
It's not. Yeah, it's not difficult.
Susan, is this similar to last week?
Well, if you want
One
5
question.
questions, I can give you 5 questions.
Don't want.
I don't know what color pen to use. This towel is
Green.
very dark. How to use the green on the navy blue?
Can use moonlight.
I don't have moonlight green with me.
Poor thing. Okay, so here
I
is
only
the
have
string.
gold shadow and silver
Also
shadow.
can. Silver shadow on blue would be nice.
Yeah,
Dark
but
blue.
it doesn't look like anything. It just looks like
Just
metallic
like
pen.
silver lah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not that it's
so
bad though.
nice.
So
String is a Y string. Tangle is any. The tangle, not any tangle. Don't anyhow draw.
any tangle, goodness. I'm surprised that it made it to 52 episodes though.
52 episodes of nonsenses.
I know, right? Oh, I have a souffle here. And I think a black glaze.
Must try later don't show
I
up.
think it will be very dark, you know, if I use like black glaze on this midnight blue. Cannot see anything already.
Very good. Oh, wait, sometimes it creates that very nice sort of like embossed kind of look.
Yeah, so I'm trying to test on the back of the towel. This is like, admittedly, this is like my first time using their towel. Like, didn't have time to test, even though it came a couple of weeks back, I think. Okay, this is the black glaze. So, how are you, Susan?
Oh, you ask her and then ask me.
I'll ask
Very
you
good.
later.
Very good.
How are you,
Huh?
Steph?
Oh, then, yeah, very good. Very good.
Why
How
are you
am
very
I?
good?
I slept very well last night. I slept at 8 p.m. all the way
Huh?
to 3 a.m. Then I woke up, had a snack, then went
How
back to
is that
sleep.
sleep very good? Oh yeah,
No, then I went back to
hamster. So
sleep.
you just wake up for a snack.
The Victorians call it second sleep, I think. They wake up, then read a little bit, and then
Except
they go
you
back
are
to
not
sleep.
Victorian.
It's okay, I can be.
Oh my gosh. Who is she? Actually,
Then,
the
Debbie,
glaze. Huh? What?
how are you?
Stressed.
Why? Oh,
I just
depends.
came from doing
Souffle?
accounts, you know, like
Poor
fresh
thing.
from doing accounts. Then I went to grab a quick lunch, and then yeah, so I just finished my lunch actually, and then I have like a cup of oatly milk here.
Now Debbie gluten free and vegan, so she's like a little hamster also. Then we were just discussing one of our friends, I think can say, right? Who is coming to visit.
I think we already said it already
Okay, very
before.
good. So I just
Last round, I
checking.
think we said it right, Susan.
Udika is coming. Udika boy is coming to visit to us in Singapore. So we were discussing what we're going to eat. I'm like, oh yeah, what to eat.
Yeah,
Mm,
but I think she's avoiding gluten, so
so they can be
So
friends.
sourdough also cannot. Gluten.
Gluten. Actually got sourdough bread, Susan. I went to school and find out. Cold Storage got sell gluten-free bread. Bad.
Yeah,
Forget
but
about
then I haven't tried before.
gluten-free
End up
bad.
failed. Then cannot eat.
What is gluten-free bad?
Yeah, the bag don't have gluten inside. Let's not crack this kind of joke. a bit
Bats,
insensitive.
bats are meat sauce.
Yeah. Apparently, meat also got hidden gluten. Oh.
Everything has hidden gluten lah nowadays
It's
because
terrible.
they produce it together with gluten things, right? Like wheat. So
The
I bought.
cross-contamination is the
So the
problem.
joke, right? The joke was my husband. So I've been trying to switch out my animal products to oat milk or something, right? Oat milk or soy milk. Basically, oat milk is better lah, right? So the joke is on us because we thought we were very clever. We found an oat milk in powdered form for my breakfast because usually last time, or rather I still do lah, because I couldn't find a substitute that is as complete as the one that I'm taking. So we actually swapped out to a product that we thought would be good for me, you know, because it says gluten free on the box. And then right, we found out that actually although it says gluten free on the box, inside the ingredients they have listed wheat berry.
Oh.
Yeah, so is gluten free. I think they don't understand what's gluten free. Wheat berry is it's kind of like the wheat that is hard, like the seed,
Oh,
the seed of the wheat. I don't know how to explain to you.
maybe it's because like there's not much regulations, right, of what they can put.
Well, it's a Malaysian product.
Oh, Susan.
Why you
why
Susan her? Just because it's
why I can't
Malaysian.
like that?
You're so
I'm
bad.
not the
Only
boss,
lah.
I'm not the boss of the
She
factory.
doesn't work for them.
I'm
Aiyo.
gonna write complaint letter. Dear sirs.
Susan, what you do to her? Why is she getting back at you at now for?
No
Never feed me
sourdough.
enough. Yeah. So
Yeah.
long already. But sourdough, the gluten come from the flour.
Yeah.
Duh.
I don't know. I just eat food. I don't
Okay,
think so.
I'm gonna ignore you and talk about my towel.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So
Sure,
I
sure.
have a very blue towel. I don't know whether you can see the string actually. Can you see the string? It's so black that I don't think you
Where?
can see my pencil string.
Where?
Cannot see. It's there, but cannot see.
Oh.
It's too dark.
Susan, you got drawstring?
Yes.
You got drawstring.
Oh,
The Y.
Drawstring.
okay.
Drawstring has
Drawstring.
another meaning.
But I think today I'm going to ignore the string.
Oh,
Not I'm
okay.
going, but I might ignore because
Okay.
I don't know how to
So
continue.
funny. You came up with it, then you are going to ignore. Okay.
But
Very
usually
good.
she follow and usually we are the nonsense ones that
Yeah.
go and anyhow.
Well,
Okay, Susan, I will
well,
take over your job. I will follow
well,
Good job.
well, my towel is so black. You can't tell
Cannot
whether I
see.
follow or not.
I got follow. Where? Meh. And then you just
Just that you
vaguely-
can't see.
Yeah. Just vaguely point. Meh. So funny.
Actually, I'm using a blue black PN.
Oh, blue black
But-
or tan.
Mm.
I really wonder how people listen to us.
Listen to our nonsense.
Yeah lah.
Just
one whole year.
muted or be silent.
Enjoy,
Just
yeah.
looking how we draw.
Playing their favorite music in the background.
Yeah.
Then they watch our drawing.
Then they might as well not watch.
Why? They watch our drawing, ma. I don't watch you for your nonsense. I watch you for your artistry.
But part of the nonsense is the artistry, you know.
Yo,
Or the artistry
takes
is
a
part
lot-
of the nonsense.
takes a lot of effort to be this nonsensical, you know. To appreciate our craft.
Actually, last time I'm thinking of suggest that whether we ask our audience to give us some feedback. Then and now I shut my mouth because I'm worried that what happened if they give some feedback we
But
cannot take it.
Debbie
All
got
the-
asked before leh. Debbie got asked people
Huh.
shy. People
You know
shy.
that day when I asked about feedback, right? The Instagram kicked us out, remember?
Oh,
Do you remember or not?
Instagram is like just be quiet your
yeah,
mouth.
so I asked about feedback, right? Then the next time I knew, right, Stephanie couldn't connect with me. And then I had to take over the broadcast. Do you remember or not?
Be quiet your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah, then you still want to ask for
Instagram
feedback.
says
Later
that-
you kick us out again.
Oh, better to kick us out early than late. It's okay.
Same lah. I mean, if it kicks us out, it kicks us out lah. Then what to do?
Well, they had the update recently.
Yeah. Is it
Oh.
still very hot on your phone?
It's a bit warm. Ah. We shall see.
So
Well,
what?
the latest iOS update is draining my battery like nobody's business.
Is it? But
Yeah.
mine is okay.
Because they want you to buy new phone, ma. They're like,
Oh,
why
then
you
buy
still
ah.
on the old phone? Aiyo, I just finished paying off. They're like,
Yeah, so you should trade in. You should trade in while there's still value.
trade in directly to the shop. Is
No,
it
no,
the
no, no.
Apple?
Not Apple shop. They don't give you very value for money though.
Oh,
Yeah, you should sell it on the second hand market.
okay.
Yeah. Then you sort of upgrade to the next one, and then it's a bit of a savings lah. If not, you will be coming out with the full price anyway. Yeah, so that's something to consider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got dividend soon?
Oh my goodness, can you not announce to the world?
Why? It's good. It means our business is doing well.
Then you call me jinx for saying DHL didn't lose the package.
Yeah, that's the negative thing. I'm saying a positive thing.
I said a positive thing. I said DHL didn't lose our package, then they lost 4. Then you blame me for saying
And then you
it,
know what?
then now
You
it's
know
my
what,
fault.
guys? We had 5 packages left over, and I was thinking like, no, lah, how can DHL possibly lose 5 packages? So I go and keep all the inventory.
I told her
you know?
to make spare ones, you know. Yeah, and I told her to make spare ones just to hang
She
on
was like,
to
just
them.
leave it. Just leave
And
it.
then our wonderful person decided to be neat for once and started packing. So
Yes, and I
usually
do
she's like very
inventory.
messy, but then I don't know why she.
No, it's my job every year. I have to go and keep inventory. I pack until so well some more.
You
Then I so
cannot
proud
count
myself. I
5,
fit
is
everything.
it? Everything you just plus 5 ah. Okay. Let's go on to the questions before we
Yeah,
get carried away.
sure.
Okay,
Sure.
I tell you what, we should you want me to choose or you want to choose?
Choose. You choose.
Okay, I think we start the easy one lah, okay?
Is it in
Is
order?
no.
Or heng?
Okay, we'll start with the easy one. Is there a favorite spot in your home? Where and why? Why is it your favorite spot? Which one is your favorite spot? Your home, please, don't copy each other's answer.
Favorite
Can you
spot?
imagine? She said my same answer. I'm like, excuse me, different home.
My whole toilet and your home toilet different.
Yeah,
My
different
home
smell.
bedroom. My home bedroom and your home bedroom different. I should say toilet.
Why?
Whenever I had trouble, then I want to complain to God. I always am in the toilet praying. Then I realized this, I think, maybe a year or so ago. I told Debbie, every time I pray to God, I'm in the toilet,
Why is it the toilet? What more
I don't know
inspiring?
Maybe it's because there's this psychologists say before that I watched this video. They say like it's because you get
That you pray in the
get
toilet.
no that you get your best ideas in the toilet. Stick with me here. You get your best idea while in the toilet because your mind is
Then you
allowed
don't need
to
a studio,
wander.
Meow Meow.
Why?
You just sit in the toilet, got all the best ideas. No need a studio anymore.
The studio also got shared toilet. Hello, excuse me. What are you doing in there? You're like, go away. I'm trying to have a breakthrough.
You know they're gonna kick us out.
Yeah, man. Hogging the toilet.
My goodness. No, they'll charge us more utilities or something.
Mm.
Knowing how they are like.
Mm.
Yeah.
Toilet is good. Yes. Peaceful. Quiet.
Actually, I don't think I have like a favorite yet.
Because you're new to your house.
I think I have to wait a little bit more to decide which one is my favorite. In this house, I think a good contender for maybe my wardrobe room, which has my desk, is one of my favorite spots. But I wouldn't be surprised that in a few months it's not lah.
Why?
Because I also work at my dining table and I also work at the bar counter and then I also work in the kitchen. So I'm like, when I'm at home, I don't stay in one spot. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I'm the opposite. When I'm at home, I stick to one spot.
Yeah, cause lazy mah, right? Lazy
Yeah,
to
also
move.
comfortable. Yeah, sit already. Yeah, okay.
No, but I tend to move in and out from the rooms to the dining table to the bar table and then back again. So I currently have my laptop on my bar table, and then on my dining table is where I am now, and my iPad is here with me, and then yeah, so I kind of like the variation, of the spaces, the lighting, and then also the ventilation is different. Susan got no favorite spot in the house, is it?
Yes, I have the place where I am now. This is a place that my favorite because the lighting is very good.
Yeah, what
Without
place is that lah? You tell the viewer,
that
the
okay,
viewer
this
don't know.
this is my dining table and also my working table when I'm alone with my kids. Then yeah, because from here I can just look up from the window, my balcony, then see the greenery, the big tree. So I like this place. Normally when my husband is at home, this is the place that he had her meal. Yeah. But if he's working, then this is my place.
I thought you had another corner in the, like another desk. Not another corner, another desk.
Oh yeah, but the place, the lighting is not that good. Yeah. So normally daytime I will prefer on my dining table.
Is it a bit cramped there?
Yeah.
So Steph, your toilet got view or not? She got greenery eh.
No leh.
Then how?
Private.
If she
Studio's
got view,
toilet.
then people can see her.
It's okay, free show. No. Studio's
She said
toilet.
she go there for inspiration what? She
Don't
not
need to
going there to
stay.
do anything private what?
Go do big business and then stare out the window. No. Studio toilet got large window, but it's very up high. Then my home toilet is.
Hello, the question is in your home leh, not in studio leh.
I'm just saying lah. I don't know.
Oh, okay lah, very good. You want to answer more of the
home,
questions, very good.
My home toilet is those
It's a toilet.
slat. I should hope so. The slat window pane kind. So cannot really open, cannot really do anything. It's just for ventilation. Not bad, I got greenery.
Okay what? This question quite easy what?
Nobody say
Right.
anything. Don't cheek it, Susan.
Okay, so I will give you the question with the 5 parts now.
Oh no.
Okay, on a scale of 1
Oh.
to 10, you are supposed to rate yourself.
Rate myself.
Okay?
Depending on the day.
Wait. On a
Okay.
scale of 1 to 10, for the next 5 parts, you need to rate yourself.
1 being very bad, 10 being very good.
Yes, 1 being very
Okay.
bad, 10 being very good.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's start with something that all of us do.
Drawing.
Actually, all of them, okay lah, more or less all of us do lah. Okay, can?
Okay.
Can ah?
Can.
Okay, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 about cooking.
Yo, I'm like a 4.
5.
Yo, Susan really that bad? I thought you better.
I'm not very good.
I think she said before her baking is better than cooking, is it?
Fair enough.
My baking is not very fantastic also. Just
She hit on me,
just the basic.
heng
Yeah.
shui.
Heng shui, yes, you are right. You know me.
Please, do good. Debbie,
I think for cooking, I'm a 8 ah.
Wah,
But
very
then
good.
my baking could be a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
Why could be?
It can be
Oh,
because it depends on the. Okay, maybe we just stop at
baking so
cooking
heng shui.
first because baking will be the next question.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a natural lead on. Very good.
yeah, naturally on. You're finished with cooking, already?
Yes.
But why is your cooking only 4, Stephanie? What have you been doing?
Did I tell you guys this story? This is recent. So Alex, one fine day, he turned to them and he said, maybe you should ask your mother for some tips to improve your cooking. And then I'm like, excuse me, did you just insult me? Then we laughed about it. And then the funny part is that later in the week, my mom came over. Then I thought I'm making meatballs for dinner. And then she was like, okay, great, let me help you. And then she was the one that seasoned the meatballs. And she over-seasoned it. And she made it so salty that it was like you soak the meatballs in the Dead Sea. And then my husband, when they eat the meatball, it's like, wow, the meatball is so salty and you drink so much water. I'm like, my mother seasoned it. So very good. You see, then I laugh at him. I say, still ask me, go ask for tips from her.
But your mom's cooking is good, leh.
Yeah. So it's just a food
Once
lah
off.
that day. Yeah, but then I found it very funny. I just teasing him lah to say like, see lah, you ask her for tips and then her meatball so salty.
So not bad you
I like disturb him
just
more
不
than
放
disturb
过
my
your
mom.
mom.
My mother is fine lah. She's fine. Yeah, so that was funny. But yeah, I'm trying to be more experimental with my cooking. Yeah,
Oh,
But-
my place very noisy today. Yeah, you were saying?
but most of my cooking is very simple recipes.
It's okay what? As long as it's edible, it's cooking ah.
I don't know. Maybe my husband feels it's not cooking. He don't like soups. He don't like pasta. He don't like so many things.
Yeah, but
Then I'm
you
like,
see, the point of cooking is not whether so much.
sustenance. It's just
Yeah,
is
it's
it
more like whether it's edible.
palatable? Yeah.
I
So
mean,
got
if
lah.
it looks ugly but tastes nice, then what have you got to say, right?
Poor thing. Ugly foods.
I actually enjoy cooking. It's just that
Me too.
very busy. Then when you are very busy, it's very difficult. That's all. Because we are rushing. And then yeah. So I think nowadays cooking for me is like a mechanical thing. Because I do it so often nowadays. I cook so often nowadays that it's become like a very mechanical action. Yeah. So I guess because you practice more, right? So it's easier. I don't know what to do next with my towel.
Put it aside, start new one.
Then the whole thing is just like that.
Yes.
Then as a traveling tangle,
Oh,
just
the one I never
pass
say
to the
anything.
next person.
No lah. I will think about it. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is baking. Rate yourself 1 to 10.
I'm quite good at baking. I feel like baking, a lot of it is more so than cooking is intuitive. Like,
No.
I understand that cooking, yeah.
Cooking is intuitive.
No, for me cooking is not intuitive. For me cooking is very experimental. Like, okay, let's just add this herb, let's see what happens.
No wonder
Also-
your cooking is bad because you just anyhow add lah.
No.
That's what you just said. It's experimental, so just anyhow add.
Then one thing I'm very frustrated about lately, I said to my mom, how do I know whether I've seasoned the meat well enough? Because I cannot taste the meat. Whereas, like, if I'm like cooking, I don't know, like other things, at least I can with meat, it's like, how do I know? And then my mom is like, oh, you just have to based on past experience. I was like,
No lah, this type of thing you get better as you go. Okay, baking.
baking,
Hello?
I don't know, like, it feels more intuitive to me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what's your number lah?
7,
Alamak.
maybe 8.
Actually, I think I will put my baking at 5 because I used to bake quite well. It's just that I haven't tried with this new oven, so I don't
Then
really
how
know.
you
What?
gluten free? Then you what bake? Then
I
give to
bake
the
then you all
person.
eat lah.
You guinea pigs. Oh,
But you can, but I can make gluten free also. What if I bake my own?
so like gluten
I
free
can
flour.
use chickpea flour or I can use there are other flours that I can use. Like I can use buckwheat flour. I can use other flour lah. It's just that whether I want to go out my way to go and buy or not.
Maybe you can buy like a pasta maker.
No, thank you.
And you can make your own pasta.
No lah, pasta is too mafan. I think it's just easier to buy.
Oh. Susan, you leh? Your baking skills.
For me, baking, because recently I didn't bake too much of things, just sourdough, then maybe sometime the butter cake. Yeah, so that one, those are okay lah, 7 or 8.
Is it
Can
because
ah.
it's Stephanie's fault?
Yo, what fault? No, Stephanie's
Yeah,
fault.
fault lah.
It's
Must be your
not.
fault.
It's not because the starter of the sourdough. You need to feed it frequently so that it doesn't die. So this is
Yes,
the reason that the reason why I
Don't die.
once a while need to bake to maintain it to make it. Yeah. So normally
Why
when
so
like last time
high maintenance like, don't
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
Like
very
you
high
ah, like
maintenance.
you said, like you ah, like you. Like you
Means you
need to
don't-
feed, then very high maintenance, same, like you.
need to pay attention, otherwise he die.
Yeah. If
Then what
if
happened?
you
He died,
Yeah,
if you
this is the you don't care about me.
Nobody
yeah,
loves
that's
me.
why I'm going. That's what I'm going to say. If you ignore the starter for maybe 2 weeks,
Then you
then
die.
you need to suffer. Every day you need to feed it.
Very good.
Every day.
Very good. So that's why sourdough is my spirit bread.
Spirit bread? Yuck! Your bread is possessed. Possessed bread.
Very good.
So what's your number? No number.
7 or 8, yeah? She
7,
said.
8.
Oh, 7 or
she said.
8. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's not a difficult question, right? It's quite easy,
Easy.
Yeah. So we can do more of this, next time. Other things are
Scale
not
off.
baking and not cooking again, right?
You know what else?
Other things lah. You only got baking and cooking as skills,
Yo.
Eating.
Yes.
That
Oh,
one
yeah,
everybody will be a 10, right?
No,
11.
maybe the person don't like to eat. Maybe the person.
Yeah, but it's like how well you eat, right? Not can you eat, right? Or whatever, right?
How fast can you eat?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next
Charlotte very
question.
slow. My God, take 1 whole hour for a meal.
Yeah, man. Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte too. Very
Okay.
good.
The third one is gardening.
Gardening. No, I'm zero. Everything. I can only no.
Everything
No,
is
one.
dead.
No, one. My cactus and my what's it called? The air
Steph.
plant at studio is
Steph.
still alive. Yeah.
Steph, the scale is 1 to 10. There's no 0.
For 0. Not 0, 1.
I'm not.
Got some plants can survive, but very poorly.
Ungraded.
For yesterday, I was at home. Then I was like, what was I doing? I think I was mopping the floor or something. And then I looked up, and then one of the plants that was by my window still was like, water me. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about you. So sorry. To get water. And I'm like, oh dear. Yeah.
So you are not a gardener,
killer.
but you are beginning to hear plants talk.
The plant looks so sad, like wait. And somehow I remember going to the plant nursery. I'm like, hi, sorry.
She
could I
talks
ask?
to plants.
No, I talked to the salesperson. I said, hi, not to the plant. Oh my God. Hi to the
Don't talk
plant.
to plants though.
No, yeah, because my grandma used to tell me if you talk to it, then you'll grow well. Anyways, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I was at the plant nursery and I asked the person, what is a plant that requires low levels of light and not too much care? And then the person was like,
Then
this segment.
you go and
this
find
segment.
a human who requires low level oxygen.
Why? Am I the one?
My point is that plants need light and I mean you are like
It's like
saying that
hardier,
which-
no, like hardier plants, ma. Then I still almost managed to kill that one. So pray
It's
for
like
me.
you are telling
Managed.
me like which cat don't have claws kind of
No,
thing.
then
you know? Like,
the irony is that my grandma used to be very good at taking care of plants.
then what happened to you?
I don't know, you skip one generation or something.
You skip one, it'll be you.
Oh yeah,
After
skip
your
2
grandma.
generation. Fair enough.
Aiyo, my goodness.
Does my
After
mother know
your
how to take care of
grandma
plants?
is your mother, right?
I forgot my
Right.
mother. Throw my mother away.
You come after your mother or you come first?
I come first.
Oh my gosh.
Ask my mother
Okay,
for a birth cert.
I will privately message Jonito. Where are you? She'll be like, I think next time during Wednesday she will mute her phone.
Don't disturb me. Gao ngao.
Yeah, this one your problem, not my problem.
Yeah.
Okay, Susan, gardening.
I think
Gardening.
very low also. 2 or 3.
Do you often kill
Only
plants?
yes.
Yo.
Only those are
I thought
very
your plants quite good what? The ones in
Same.
Malaysia.
Huh? The one is taken care by my mother-in-law.
Oh, outsource.
Oh.
Bye, you take care.
No,
Okay.
it's not outsourced. Yeah, okay. There's time that I buy then she take care. Yeah. So I'm not good in gardening as well. Only those like 天生天养 kind of plants they can survive
I thought
under
you
my
stay with
care.
your mom. I thought you stay with your mom.
Huh?
Do you stay with your
Mother-in-law.
mom? Oh, you stay with your mother-in-law. Then your mom not good with plants.
My mom is very good.
Then what happened to you?
Skip one. Really skip one
Skip generation. I can say that.
Well, I think in the family, right, my parents are the ones who cannot garden and cannot cook. So I don't know where I learned from also.
Drop from the
Yeah,
sky.
drop on the sky. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm a very good gardener though. I think some plants are easier than others. So recently, since moving to my house, right, all my littops have died. I'm only left with like less than one, maybe less than two tenths or three tenths of my original collection. Yeah, very sad. They used to be fine at my old place, so I don't know whether it's this new place is not getting enough sun, or maybe the air is different, or I don't know what is it lah. So, but my Hoya has so my Hoya, one of them is doing okay, two of them are doing okay, and one has died, and then one is struggling to live as we speak. So I cannot say for sure whether we will get through this period. With well, my pennywort is growing back. So my pennywort at one point, the big one where, sometimes I put my tiles on and then I photograph as well. Yeah, so that one decided that it had enough, so it approached its life cycle, and then it started to shed all its leaves. So I was just telling Steph that, I just reported the flowers are. So I put in all the flowers into the pot, and then they are slowly regenerating into baby plants now. So in a way, right, I would say that if you talk about littops, if you talk about planting, right, or gardening, right, maybe I'm just a 5. If you talk about littops, right, I think I'm a 3. And then if you talk about pennywort, maybe I'm a 8. So I don't know how to rate myself. Hello?
That's why different plants got different.
Yeah. So I don't know how to
needs,
rate myself. Yeah, I don't think I don't dare to call myself a gardener lah, because yeah, aside from my aloe vera and my pennywort, nothing seems to be
Aloe
fine.
Yeah lah, so you must go to the plant shop and ask, hello auntie, hello
Ask
uncle,
what?
which plant is more hardy? Then you take care of that one. Then he's less likely to die. I remember
At my age, if I go up to someone and call him auntie and
hello
uncle,
auntie.
I think right they're gonna slap me.
Okay, then you say hello 大姐. Can I ask you a question? Don't say you are now. I also scared to say hello auntie, hello uncle.
They get offended.
I got a funny story about that. I remember when my husband and I first got together, then his mom told him to give me this terrarium starter kit. So it came with the glass jar, then came the soil, came the gravel, came the decorative stones, then only missing the plant. So you have to go and get a plant to put inside. Then I thought, oh, it's a glass jar, any plant can do. So I go and buy. What kind of plant did I go and buy? I go and buy a succulent. Then put inside and close it. And then it died
is very moist.
from dying. It died from drowning.
It died from dying.
It
died from dying. Okay, very good.
It died from drowning. So I took out the plant. Then I told my mother-in-law, the plant that I bought died inside the terrarium. Then she's like, "What plant do you put inside?"
She
then
must be thinking this gundu.
she did. Then I sent her the photo of when I first bought the plant. I took that picture. Then she's like, "No, it's succulent. It cannot be put inside. Succulent is a desert plant. So if you put in a moist environment, you drown." Then okay. So then after that, I went to the plant nursery near our house. Then I found some suitable plants. So I was like, actually I can go and buy. So I went home and told my husband, maybe we can go to the plant nursery together. Then you can buy me new plants to put in the terrarium. Then I can take care of them. Then he's like, buy new plants so that you can kill them again. Then I'm like, very rude.
You asked me to buy what? You should have just bought it yourself. If you don't want his comments, yeah, but if you don't want his comments, right, you should have just gone and bought it yourself, right?
Then I told my mother the story. Then she laugh. Then she think about it for. Then she laugh. Then she he has a point. You do kill a lot of plants now. So hey,
it's not just plants, It's not just plants. Like,
then
you kill a lot of things also.
I never.
You break a lot of things.
That one is not cute lah. Don't say that.
It's still cute.
Let them retire
and destroy.
soon.
Yes. still cute. Yes. End of life. It was their time to go.
No,
Still
it
kill and destroy.
wasn't. You
That
you sped
that's a
it up for
slogan that
that.
someone needs to print on a shirt. Still kill and destroy. Sounds very funny. Still kill and destroy. Nice.
So, how?
I think that's it, right? We've all answered the question. What's part 3?
Okay, part 3. No, this is part 4 already.
Not
Wait,
part
wait.
4 yeah, okay.
Yeah. First was cooking, then baking, then gardening, right?
Oh, okay.
D is drawing. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself.
Okay lah, 7 can ah.
Why so modest?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Huh?
is it sound like some very god complex if like you say 10?
Cannot be 10.
I have superb drawing skills. No one's
Then a lot of people will come out and say, how dare you say yourself is 10?
No, but if I say I'm a 10, doesn't mean that other people can also be a 10. Right? We are all 10s, right? Why cannot?
Yeah, if you are 10, then very good. People will kind of learn from you, right?
Self-confidence.
So, are you a 10?
7.
No, 7.
No.
Still 7.
No.
Then Stephanie? Why are you a 7, Susan?
Yeah, why are you a 7? I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Because I'm not a 10.
There's still a lot of room for improvement.
So
Yeah.
who in your eyes is a 10? Like, what is the grade level?
Maybe different
Maria
people
Thomas.
have different. No lah. I'm
is
not
it-
going
is
to
it-
like.
Or is it in your eyes like no one can be a 10? Is that
Maria
why?
Thomas cannot be a 10.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
sure or
I'm
not?
just trying to
No.
Wow,
ask
your
her.
standard very high eh. Wow.
Maria Thomas is a
If
classically
Maria
trained.
Thomas cannot be a 10, then who can be a 10?
Nobody. Yeah. You're all 7. Don't be so 贪心, don't be so greedy.
Susan, if Maria cannot be a 10,
No,
then
none of
nobody
you
can be a 10.
Can lah. I think a
What
lot of
else
people
can be
in my
10?
eyes they are 10. They are 10 in my eyes. Yeah. Mary Thomas. Then
So
even
you're just
like
not one of them.
yeah, I'm still not one of them. Yeah. Because if let's say I say myself is 10, then just like I am very
Nobody asking you to say yourself
satisfied.
as 10 lah. Only
That's why
Stephanie.
I still left some rooms, 3 points that I can grow.
It's only Stephanie and her God complex.
No lah, I thinking no. Then my brain said now that Susan says 7, then if I say 9, is it very like show off? Like I'm better than Susan, but that's not what I mean.
But it's rate
like,
yourself.
This one is not compared to others.
yeah.
It's rate
I
yourself. Yeah,
I agree.
rate yourself. Rate yourself.
Debbie, what is your rating?
I think my rating is a 6.
Huh, why?
Huh? Why?
Because nowadays I got problem drawing.
Yeah, that's different lah. Bloody hell.
Huh?
No, you see, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself drawing ma. So I'm correct, what?
We
6 ah.
dispute this grade. This one is
Can you rate
peer
yourself?
review.
Nobody
We have
said
peer
that.
reviewed
I
it.
rate myself.
We have
What
peer
the heck?
reviewed it and we disagree with this rating. We
Yeah,
have unanimously
disagree.
decided that the grade needs to be increased. This marker too strict already.
You know why I say 6 or not? Maybe last time I was a 7 or 7.5 maybe. But I feel like this year I'm just dropping, my standard is just dropping.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I cannot see leh. Maybe it's like we are on worst rating. Like we would know where
Yeah,
the
so
line is
rate
wrong.
yourself. Aiya.
I'm not saying
I really want to
it's a
slap you.
discussion. It's a discussion. She's threatening violence on me. Susan says she bullied me. She must bake for me gluten-free bread. Then I will feel
I
at
bet you.
peace.
I don't know whether you want to eat.
Why? I don't mind being
I
guinea
have
pig
no. I have no confidence in my baking skills
actually. It's
now.
okay. I will be your guinea pig. Can hamsters eat bread?
Of course lah, they can eat wheat wa. They don't have
I
to
don't know. I
be
just
gluten free. I think
Can
I'm
they
the only one in the house who needs to be gluten free.
Can they eat wet foods like banana or like
Why not?
grapes? I don't
But
know.
not
I'm just
a lot
wondering. Because you were saying like the pouch cannot be. I forgot what was it.
What?
The food pouch.
You remember then you ask Ken, I don't understand your
Oh.
question.
The food pouch cannot be wet or something. I can't remember. You
Yeah,
say you
it
get
can be
infected
lah.
or
It's
something.
just that it cannot stay wet, you know?
Oh.
Like it
So they
cannot
cannot
be like
store wet food
perpetually.
forever.
It cannot be perpetually wet lah. It's kind of like it will grow mold, right? You understand the concept of mold or not? Like it will grow like bacteria.
Eee. Grow more inside your food pouch. Very nice.
Well, better than
Sounds
you
good.
take inspiration from your toilet.
I never take inspiration. I pray to God and have epiphanies in the toilet. Different thing.
Epiphanies is also
And
another.
then I'll be going to sleep and then suddenly God's like, hey, do you remember to do that? And I'm like, oh, then I have to sit up. So I have a booklet next to my bed so that if got any epiphanies, I can write it down and go back to sleep. Smart, see? For me, I rate myself. I don't know. I feel rate myself 9. Yeah, I'm quite comfortable where I am, and I also think I've worked hard to get to where I am. So I'm comfortable with my art skills. Also on a different day lah. I think if you meet me at a point in time where I'm having an art block, then I might give you a different rating.
Yeah, but sometimes you do stuff, then we say it's ugly also.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the creative process. It doesn't show that you're a bad artist. It's just that you push yourself outside your comfort zone.
No,
and
I think
sometimes, like,
it's
the idea-
also like, you know, you want to test out the idea.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think as you mature as an artist, you are not so scared of like creating ugly works because you are comfortable in your own skills.
Who
So you stop
says when I
seeing
say it's ugly, you scold me?
scolding is scolding. Like, it's just fun banter between the two of us. But I don't think like, oh, it's terrible. I'm an awful artist. I don't have that kind of thought. Last time when I used to be younger, I'd be like, this is terrible.
You
My
used
art
to be
skills are
younger.
yeah, now I'm 27 already.
So you have a choice. You used to be younger.
When I use if only maybe can I don't know like when I want to turn back time then I unlearn all my skills. Don't want.
You better
Time
don't
also.
I tell you. You
Time
want to
for
unlearn all your skills, I'm calling it a day.
Yeah. So I
We've
think
been through it before.
I think once you
I think if you unlearn all your skills one more time, I think the friendship will be gone. I'll be like, I'm done. Bye.
I buy you sourdough bread from
I don't
Susan
want. You will
Bakery.
kill me.
Gluten-free sourdough bread.
Susan, she's plotting my murder already.
Mother demise. Yeah, you cannot
Yeah.
end the friendship. You're stuck with me forever.
He is the one who wants to push her husband off the cliff. Yeah.
I told Debbie if she die young, I will ask Daniel to give me her ashes. Then I will complain to
Yo!
Debbie's ashes every day.
Ayo, please You
Yo.
know what
I
is
will not let her
die
rest
in
in peace.
or not? You know what is die
no
in
peace. No peace. Not allowed. Yeah. But as I was saying, I think as you mature as an artist, you stop feeling like upset when like things don't go exactly as you plan or as you imagine. You sort of just treat it as
I
like,
hope you mean on
experimental.
your drawing and not in life.
No, like in life is different. This question is not about life. This question is about your art skills.
I don't know. Suddenly you talk about, you know, if you were younger and what, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's still related to the question.
and then in between you threaten to kill me and I don't know what else.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
I'm done
I don't know what I'm
this.
doing. I think I've done one towel already. But
I
I don't know whether can you see the shading? I shaded in green, you know.
Where? Cannot see anything.
Okay, very good. I give up.
It just looks like a black.
I shall call it a day then. Nobody can see
Okay.
anything I'm doing.
Do for no reason, damn it.
I know, right? Like I do so much.
Where?
And then there's color variation. There's green shading, and then there's dark
Susan,
blue
you can see or
shading. And I don't think
Where?
anybody can see it. Cannot see
Maybe
lah.
I just see black and white.
Oh no, I also thought you say no shading.
I give up
also
lah.
believe you. Susan,
I
how about
give
you?
up.
Ah, not bad. You do a water drop shade. Oh, that's smart. Water drop.
That's her string ma,
Good
no
job.
meh?
No, it's in
Where's the
the
water drop
Annie
shade?
has she has done the circle of Annie to
Annie
Yeah.
has. Are you saying a person has or the Tangle has?
the Tangle has water drops. Nice.
But I don't know how to continue.
Very good. It's your problem.
Anyhow. Anyhow.
Anything
Anyhow
also
continue.
can.
Yes. Anyhow. Okay, next. Okay,
What
rate
was question
yourself.
1?
What is question 1?
This is question 2, right?
Yeah.
Don't know, part 5. What was question 1?
Is there a favorite spot in your home?
Oh, okay, yes. All right.
Okay,
Yeah,
can we
carry
go on to part 5?
Yes.
On
Mm.
a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself, rate yourself and not other person. Or maybe I should turn it around and ask you to rate each other.
Yo.
Rate yourself. Okay, we rate yourself first, okay? Rate yourself first. Later we rate each other. Rate yourself from 1 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. Listening.
Yo. What's the passing grade? It's
5
4
lah,
considered
yeah.
5. Okay, I have a 5. I just passed.
Aiya.
This year, my word of the year was mindful. I say was as if 2022 is very over. This year, this year my word of the year is mindful. Yeah, so I was trying for this whole year and still continuing to be mindful about what I say, what I do, the relationships I have.
What
The
is
habits
it
I
to
have.
do with this question?
Yeah, so it is related. It's habits, listening to
No,
people.
it's just listening.
Yes!
I'm not asking about mindfulness now.
I'm trying
You
to
are not
say.
being mindful. Just asking about listening.
Okay, the answer is 5. Moving on. Susan, what's your number?
My rating maybe 6. Mm.
Why 6 only?
Okay.
So 差.
Huh? Eh, don't know because I don't think it's 7, so it's 6. So
Aiyo, then I also don't think it's 5, so it's 6 lor.
yeah.
Like that also can. My goodness. I think the both of you are crooks.
Yes, we are.
Crooks ah.
I got try answer properly. Then you make fun, man. The wrong answer already.
I didn't make
Sure,
fun.
answer.
The question is about listening, not mindfulness. You never listen.
Yeah, then I'm
to
trying
the
to say
question.
that I'm trying to be more mindful about my listening skills, about all of these
You supposed to
habits.
listen to the
Then you throw away
question
the answer. Throw
and
away, throw
rate
away.
your listening on a scale of 1 to 10.
Zero.
But you're not listening
0.
even. You're still not
0. You
listening.
never
It's not about
listen.
mindfulness.
Listen. Terrible.
I really pity the people who are watching us.
Happy 1 year anniversary.
Yay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I tell you what, I think that my listening was a 8. But ever since I met Stephanie, my listening become a 6.5.
Listening and hearing different, Leslie.
Because, you stop your rubbish nonsense. You also like that. You know why? Because she talks so loudly in my ears constantly that I'm going
Hearing is
deaf.
different. Maybe I'm
I'm
a
going
bit deaf.
deaf.
I thought about it. Maybe I'm a bit deaf.
Yeah,
also.
so because she is so loud, I'm gradually going deaf and my listening is getting worse. So sometimes when my husband talks to me, I go like, huh? A few
Huh?
times, right? Then after he's like so frustrated. He's like,
Huh?
don't hang out with Stephanie anymore lah.
Huh? Oh, yeah, my live stream.
So funny. Okay, you want to rate us, Stephanie? Since you
What?
were so eager, you can rate us
What?
now. In exchange for us laughing at you.
1. Angry already.
So easy to be angry.
Yeah.
Aiya.
I will copy Susan's idea.
Then
idea?
Susan, you can be angry also.
Why? What was Susan angry
Because
about?
you copy
Angry on
her
what?
idea.
Oh.
Copy lah. Then I can
Share.
increase my
Oh, mine
skill,
was
the drawing skill, 1 point
Oh,
up.
very good.
Aiyo, where got
Thank
like
you.
one? Aiyo.
Because someone copy then can increase plus 1 point.
Aiyo. Then I even worse like I got a lot of different color tones on my tile, but nobody can see anything.
Yeah, man.
So my drawing skill 退步了.
The one is the camera,
画也
the
画不
quality is
出，
not that advanced enough to
画也画
see.
不出。 No, I think it's because the colors I'm using are all from the same family. So it looks like the same, it's like all
But I think
blended.
if you take photo, should be okay. Should be able to see, right?
Probably. Don't know. Never mind lah. Don't see lah. Don't see lah. Ayo, ayo. Susan, you're listening. 6
Huh?
ah?
Yo,
Oh.
6.
the BB2 -1 from her point.
Yeah. I
Minus
told you
1.
I think
Yes.
I minus a lot already ever since I got to know you.
So poor
No,
thing.
minus 0.5 not
Ever
1
since I got to know you, it's been minusing.
At one point this year,
Minus
Debbie said, all of the annoying habits that you have, I'm going to start to learn.
Yeah.
Then now she really becomes so bloody annoying.
Yeah. Because I need to get back at her, see.
Yeah, it's all the annoying things that I used to do, so I can't even scold her.
Yeah. That's the point. That's the point. That's the whole point. You know, my friend, right, has a magnet on her kitchen. So on the magnet, she hangs it, she puts it on her fridge. So every time you go inside the kitchen, you can see it. The magnet says, my goal in life is to live long enough to terrorize my children.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the same concept lah. The kids, the kids do all kinds of rubbish to her, right? When they were growing up, right? So she's
Yeah,
gonna do
man.
all the rubbish back to them.
I feel it. I always tell my mother, last time you so prim and proper, then now you act like a small child. Then she's like, yeah, now it's my turn to annoy you. Then I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
Very
because she annoyed her mom and then she annoyed me, right? So now she has both of us to deal with.
Wonderful.
Very good. So Susan, you can be the third one. Let her annoy you some more.
Oh, cannot.
Can.
You're only in good standing as long as you make for me sourdough bread.
Yeah, you make already, then you annoy her.
Then
Yeah,
I
make
will
before, then annoy her. Yeah.
annoyedly eat it.
Okay, I let you choose which question you all want next.
Susan?
Do you want
What
actually
we
both
left?
are around the same 1 and 3. Both are around the same. They're not I mean both are equally not so difficult questions.
3
3 okay, 3. What is the worst thing someone has said to you? At least one thing. I mean, you want to say more than one, you can lah. What is the worst thing that someone has ever said to you?
I don't know whether can say on live.
Huh?
I've had very
Is it censored or what?
It's not something that should have been said to a child lah. If you're an adult, it should be fine. But it's not like graphic or anything. It's just very, very inappropriate.
Then why
to
you
say
cannot
to a
say
child.
on the live show?
Not nice lah.
Yeah, it's all
a bit
the
of
worst things. What?
uncouth
That's not nice
language.
things lah.
Susan, you want to go first?
Oh my goodness.
I'm still thinking
Debbie, you want to go first?
You say lah, you thought about it already, obviously. Then you
Obviously.
say lah.
When I was a child, so I think in one of the previous live sessions, I mentioned that my grandma said that I should learn. Yes, my grandma mentioned that I should learn Cantonese.
Oh my
in
gosh,
case someone say,
you know what I heard?
what do you
I
hear?
heard
Oh my
that
God,
your
you
grandma,
can't hear it.
never mind. Forget it.
Okay, I'm hearing already. Really, my listening skills zero. I'm going to be like me. Yeah, my grandma at one point said, you should learn Cantonese. Then if people say bad thing about you, you can understand.
Why is that bad?
No, listen. I haven't finished. Sir. Can we let me finish?
You stop so I thought you finished
I'm giving a natural pause. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Then end up
I'm trying to be like you.
end up really got someone say bad things about me in Cantonese, you know. One of my relatives.
Then you know
I shan't say. No, but it's not about me. It's indirectly about me, but it's more directly about my mother. They call my mother very not nice names and then say that I'm the child of this awful person, you know, of the not nice things. Things I shan't repeat, basically. Yeah, and then I found out, I understood that it was not a nice thing, and then I basically repeated it to my mom, and my mom was like, where do you hear that from? from this and this. And then she was like, okay, you're not going over to their place anymore. Yeah.
Okay, what? Why is that bad?
she-
So you
Well,
never answer a question, but you answer a question.
yes, in a roundabout way.
So rubbish.
Why?
Why?
Just not nice things to repeat lah.
Yeah, but the whole point is the not nice things. So
Don't
that
wanna
you can
repeat it.
heal from it.
What? No. Already healed from
You
it.
don't
I'm
heal from it.
already healed from it, and then I'm succeeding out of spite. It's like, oh, these awful people. Then I'm like, I shall prove you wrong. Then here we are. Susan, you leh?
I think most of the time when people talk bad about me, I will forgot
Oh, very
But
good.
one thing that I can remember is that maybe in the school time, my drawing is very bad.
Oh, 可怜了。
My friend 很丑 very ugly.
Yo!
Then the one, okay. So I dropped my art in my secondary four. Never go to drawing. Yeah.
Well, I got C grade for art in O levels, so I'm quite sure, you know,
Then you say you got 10.
more accurate. Yeah, because I don't believe in the thing is that they have to follow rubrics. It's not
Then if your
Direct.
self-rating need to follow rubrics, how?
then die. I have to do practical, I have to do sketchbook there. But I think right now I'll probably be better. Because I would know the rubrics and all. Anyways, it's not a part of this question. Debbie, what about you?
So for Susan, it's just that people criticize your art, then it's the worst thing.
Thing.
Oh,
That's
very
what I
good
can
life,
remember
eh?
lah. No,
She remember,
because
the rest all
I'm
forget.
sure that all forget.
Very good.
Forget is good, what?
The past
Yeah, good.
behind you.
Yeah, forget is good, what? It's when you cannot forget, then it's bad, what?
Yeah.
I got a lot of people who say a lot of ridiculous things to me when I was growing up. And I think in part, right, it's because my mom wasn't around. As in my mom passed away when I was young. So my dad, right, is the kind who doesn't really talk to people. So a lot of the adults in my life, in every front lah, like in school or at church or at home or whatever, right, they would say things that usually you wouldn't say to someone else's child. Does that make sense? Like, because you know Isaac and you know Susan, you won't go and say something bad to Isaac because you know
My
he's
mother-
Susan's child lah.
Yeah, my mother used to say if someone really love you, they will love your child. So
Yeah. If someone really loves you, they will love your
Yeah.
family members, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So for me, right, when I was growing up without my mom, right, a lot of very nasty things were said to me lah. I mean, some I won't even. So actually, I've forgotten a lot also lah. I'm not the kind of person who. I'm very bad at holding grudges. You know, I'm not someone who holds grudges. You can ask Stephanie. Like,
I'm very
even
good at
though
holding grudges.
she annoys me to death, right? I still will come back. Even if we argue, you know, I will still come back, and then I'm the one who will try and reconcile, even before she's ready to reconcile, right? And I'm just not the kind of person to bear a grudge lah. But then now I found a better way than bearing a grudge, which is to learn all her rubbish, so that I can throw it back at her.
Terrible.
Yeah, because she
Do not
doesn't
approve.
get it, you see, sometimes. So I have to show it to her how annoying it is, then she gets it.
I do
Yeah.
not approve.
It's okay, you don't have to approve. I also don't approve of you being annoying, what, but you are what.
I was sent by God to be your annoying sister.
Okay, then I will be annoying back.
It's terrible.
Yeah, so a lot of nasty things lah. I mean, I remember one of my school teachers actually telling me that, you know, something like, so I had transferred schools when I was young. I'm not sure until now. I'm still not sure why my mom decided to transfer me, because I was in a Christian school and I was quite well settled there. And then when she transferred me, right, I was like completely caught off guard and have to, you know, when you transfer a child in between the I mean, like suddenly, right? Your child has no coping mechanism, you know, because your child is a child, right? So when she transferred me, right, I was very lost, and I remember I began disassociating. You know, I was so stressed out by the fact that everything was changing, and I couldn't manage. And I mentally began disassociating. You know what disassociating is? It's like your reality is so difficult for you that your brain starts to create a separate personality or a separate like it's kind of akin to like, you know, you have a imaginary friend, right? But that imaginary friend becomes part of your personality lah. Something like that lah. I mean, I'm just using layman terms, okay? Don't sue me. But my point is that so at that point, right, I remember I was disassociating very badly, and I at that point, of course, I don't know it's called disassociating lah. I mean, which 9-year-old will give you that kind of vocabulary, right? But will know that kind of vocabulary. So at that point, right, I remember I was talking to one of my classmates, my new school classmates, and then I mean she was asking about my family's religion. So, you know, children, they say the worst things, right? And one of the things that she said was like, oh, we cannot be friends anymore because you are Christian. And my parents hate Christians. So at that point, I was like, why? Like, why? I don't understand why lah. So I have to ask, like, why is it that you all hate Christians lah? And then she said something that was quite offensive to me even at the time, even though I don't know why I'm offended. But she said something like, you know, Christians are stupid. They believe in a God that they killed themselves.
But Christians didn't kill Jesus.
Yeah, but I was too young to
Romans
understand.
did.
As in, I understand that Jesus died at that
but
point
you
in
don't know.
time, but I don't know the politics behind it, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can go back in time. Like, what a dumb thing to say.
But also, it's not her fault because maybe her parents told her that.
Yeah, well, I get it. I had a classmate also tell me, oh, you cannot be friends because you only have your mom and not your dad. So it's like, what is that got to do with anything? You look back at times in your life and you're like, huh? But they're parroting what their parents say, right? It's like not
it's
their
not the
own
child's
belief.
fault actually, you know.
Yeah.
But
it's not like when
but
you're
I was very
doing-
lost lah. I was very lost after that. And then I'm like, you know, why do you know? I mean, it gave me a hard time, you know. Not necessarily because I needed to know the dynamics of the politics of Jesus' death or anything, but it just gave me a hard time. And I was already going through a very hard time, right? So I think my mom transferred me out at a very crucial timing of my understanding in life, and I had very unhelpful teachers, you know, at that time. And one of the teachers also was very anti-Christian, and so it was very difficult from there just to fit in. And I cannot remember I cannot remember a lot of the things that they said really, but I remember that during that time, right, I was so stressed out by the situation, you know. I was like, I was disassociating, and then I was like trying to stay out of school. Like that was the only time in my life that I really disliked going to school. And it was just not me, you know. It was just not me not to like going to school in the first place. But because I was just feeling so much stress, and I did try to tell my mom about the stress. So I did tell her about the kind of like the stress that I was feeling, but maybe my words weren't enough. Does that make sense? Like I couldn't give her the understanding that, you know, I'm being like traumatized or something, right? And so it was like, even though I reached out to my mom for help, right, she couldn't really help me lah. And therefore,
is it your mother is those kind of like, yeah, your own problem, you go and sort yourself out kind of deal?
No, I think my dad is that kind, and my mom probably felt already very unsupported. So it's like I don't give me another thing to deal with, you know. Yeah, and my dad is not the kind that will help with decision making or like even like day-to-day logistics of the home, you know, that kind of thing. So even though he had a car, they were very comfortable middle income and stuff like that. Both had incomes, but they just very low on empathy. So in a way, right, those years, right, really affected me as a person, you know. Because after that, right, when I came out of that era, I think I kind of like avoided a lot of I avoided a lot of church people, and I also avoided people who proclaim that they already hate Christians. No, not because that I'm afraid of them, but I don't want to deal with them. Like, you know, the Christians, for Christians, the church usually calls on Christians to evangelize and stuff. I'm someone who doesn't like to evangelize, and I wouldn't say I don't believe that there's a place for it. There's a place for it lah. It's just that I'm not the best person lor. Yeah, because I don't I think other than Stephanie, right?
What
I
is
don't
evangelize? Convert someone to your faith.
something like that lah.
Okay.
Like, you know, to convince that person, you know, to
I think it's
to
only
make a
appropriate
life
when
change.
it's only appropriate when someone asks you about your faith, then it's appropriate to share. Other than that, or unless you're speaking about a personal story, like, oh, you know, I was going through a rough point in my life and then faith helped me. Like, I think that's appropriate, but like to tell someone my faith is the right faith, you must follow it. I think that's a bit a bit much, you know?
Yeah, but I think I've only ever dared to do that to Stephanie in the sense that because Steph was going through a very dark period.
It's also I ask questions, so I think that's why it's
No, you
appropriate.
you at that time were going through a very rough period, and you were like sitting in the dark crying and all kinds of funny things, and then your child was talking to don't know what at night, and you know, do you remember?
I
Yeah.
think it's
So
just phases
at that
also.
point, it was necessary lah, right? Yeah. And also you were part of the girls' brigade. You would have said the confession prayer and stuff like that. So you see, when you say it already, then you don't follow up lah, right? Anyway, that's
What's a
beside the
confession
point.
prayer?
Yeah. You accept Christ lah in that prayer lah.
No, we didn't. Not
I
in
don't believe it. I'm very sure that you already prayed.
We prayed, yes.
Because that's the standard. I mean, I was an officer in Boys Brigade, huh? So that's our standard thing to, you know. Yeah. So yeah lah. I don't think children know how to behave lah. So it's not their fault, you know, if they don't catch the nuances or whatever. Yeah. But the how do I explain the intensity of the hate was very strong. Not so much of the thing that, you know, she said, you know, like it was like more like a
I don't get how parents can teach their children to hate another human being though. I don't understand the concept.
well, there's always a choice, right? Either you hate or you love, right?
We can
Or you are just
tolerate.
indifferent.
Yeah, which I think is also equally bad in some cases.
Indifferent is not helpful also, right?
Yeah.
Indifference is not helpful. Yeah.
I think also maybe some parts of it comes from ignorance. Like you're ignorant about something, then that translates into fear or hate towards a certain group of human beings.
Well, I think for me, my confusion was like, I'm also not the one involved in killing Christ, right? What do I know, you know, at that point? Because I'm not the one, I mean, I didn't live 2,000 years ago lah. So I think that was one of the things that confused me the most. Like, why is it my problem that, you know, I can't be responsible for somebody else's death at that point. And then death 2,000 years ago, some more. I guess that wouldn't be per se the weirdest or the worst thing that someone said to me, but it was like the most perplexing. How about that? Yeah, the most perplexing, in the sense that because as a child you don't know how to react. That's why it's perplexing.
Do you think these kind of people, right?
Who?
They're
The child or the
parroting-
parents?
Yeah, the child.
Okay.
In this sentence, the child. These kind of children, they're parroting their parents' views. But I've not really met people who dare to like say hateful things to my face. It's always when they're children, then they say, oh, my mother, my father say. Do you think then as adults, they learn to hide their hatred better?
No lah, they just say in front of their children and then their children repeat it. So
Yeah,
they
so-
say it
so-
behind closed doors.
So this, yeah. So these children, they learn
I
these
can give you an
biases.
example. I just thought of an example. So I think Stephanie will remember this incident because she was there. When in 2018, right, I actually had a Christmas party at my house.
Mm.
And one of the worst things that was ever said to me was by my god sister's son. So he came. He was about 9 at that time, I think, or 8 or 9, or maybe 12. I can't remember what is the age. Maybe, wait, 2018 is when? Like 4 years ago. Yeah, man, I have to count backwards. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, man.
Eons ago.
Yeah, man. It feels like a lifetime.
Another
already,
lifetime,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was probably, if he is 12 now, then he was probably, no. If he is like, no, he cannot be 12 now. Let me think. He's 14 now. He's 14. 14. So at that point, he was 10. Okay, so at 10 years old, my friend's son actually came to my house, had a Christmas party. So we were all like kind of like chilled out and then like talking and then sitting around and then just hanging out lah. Basically what you do at a party, right? Eat and whatever. So we were just hanging out and then I was with the kids in the kitchen because my cats were there. And number one, I have a very terrified cat in the house who is terrified of everybody. So someone has to sit with him lah, because if not, he's gonna like don't know where is he going, like probably hide somewhere or dig up something to hide in or something. So I was sitting in the kitchen with the children and the cats, and I was held hostage by this child of 10 years old who demanded to know why I don't have children, and he asked in a way, I think I told you about it, Steph. Yeah, he asked me in a way like it's like an interrogation, no? Like very, it's a confrontation. Like, why you get married so long but you don't have children?
Oh.
So I was very upset because if he's just 10 years old and he's a boy, you know, if it's like the sister who asked, I can understand because the sister is very you know, normally girls, you are like, oh, I like to see babies, you know, you want to play with the child, you know. So I understand if it's coming from a girl, okay, but this one was not to say that boys don't have these or what, but for this particular boy, I don't think he has that kind of it's not coming from a place where, oh, he wants to be the older brother kind, you know. Does that make sense?
It's not asking for his benefit, like,
he's
basically.
more like just want to know, and I want to know now. And I was telling him, we just don't have yet lah, you know, and we just don't have children yet. And he kept on asking why and what happened and whatever. And then my god brother was there. My god brother Gabriel and the wife were there. So after descending upon me and not getting my answers, he went to descend on Gabriel and the wife. And Gabriel is his godfather. Okay, so Gabriel is my friend's son's godfather. Whereas I'm not related, thank God, in that manner lah. Okay, so he went to descend on Gabriel and ask him, you know, the same question, and also like, you know, like in a very like, you know, you all should have, why don't you have, you know, that kind of tone. And I was upset, but not so much upset with the child, but upset with the parent. Because clearly the parents would have discussed this issue somewhere, somehow, in front of the child. Or else the child will not know that I don't have a child. Does that make sense? Because normally if you are a kid, yeah, they would have gossip about us at some point, you know. And my annoyance was with my friend because I actually told her off. I said, your child is just 10 years old, right? He doesn't have the social skills, it's okay. But we understand that he doesn't have the social skills and we are not angry at him. But have you been discussing us?
When in front of the kids, like discussing is one thing, discussing in front of the kids is another thing. Like, what the heck?
Why? No, even if I don't have a child, I have a child, right? What is it to you?
Anybody's business, yeah.
No. My point to her was, so at first, right, she said something like, no lah, he doesn't mean it that way. And I was very offended by that response. So I told her, I said, whether he means it in any way is not my point. You know, because he's a kid. I'm not upset with him. I'm upset with her because what has she been doing as a friend, like, you know, to
What
my
kind of things have you
reputation?
speaking? Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, a child, right, just doesn't come out with these sort of things lah. I mean, for what, right? And it's not like we see the kid like we see Charlotte, you know, or Isaac, you know. It's not once a year or twice a year even, or sometimes. Yeah.
I don't think kids won't actually think of this kind of thing. So it's more of like, oh, you have a baby, okay, very good. You know, they're very accepting. Don't have a baby, oh, okay,
Correct.
very good. They won't like,
Correct. So
how
my
come you don't
friend
have
was correct. So instead of offering an apology also, right? My
You become
friend just
defensive.
said no lah, nobody thought about you, you know, like, you know, don't be so easily upset, you know, don't throw away this friendship because of what my child said and everything. But my point is, it's not what your child said.
No, but even
Yeah.
if it's child said, also the first thing out of your mouth should be, I'm very sorry that my child said asked something as
Well, I'm not
inappropriate as that.
asking for yeah,
Yeah, lah, but I'm just
I
saying
understand,
your
but correct.
natural response should
Yes,
be
her response should be that. But I'm not even asking for that, you know? Because to me it's like you know, I'm not even upset because I understand, you know, he's just going to be like actually he if you want to say beach boss, right? He's worse
not
than
beach boss.
Siobhan.
It's not beach boss, so
No, it's worse than Siobhan even, you know? Yeah, that kind of yeah. So I mean the point is I don't blame kids for acting up because I know kids have like different I guess, you know, different modes and stuff. Today is not the same as tomorrow, right? So I wouldn't go and get angry at the child because firstly I don't think he even knows what he's asking, you know. I don't think he knows what he's asking, but the fact that he's so concerned about this issue shows that the adults must have talked about it at some point. And therefore, I was more annoyed at my friend because she wasn't upfront. So when I approached her also, right, I wasn't expecting like an apology for on behalf of or anything. But I just wanted her to know that it's very painful for us already facing this situation, right? To be at the brunt. Can you imagine? I'm hosting a party. I'm not asking you to pay for food or anything, right? It's out of goodwill you come and then you enjoy yourself, right? I even prepared gifts for them. You know? I think Steph remembers this, you know. And then prepared food, prepared gifts, prepared all kinds of things. You know, even made my cats tolerate being handled and stuff like that, just to, you know, sort of like let them have a good evening and stuff like that. So I told her, I said, you know, I'm not saying that it's a big deal to me to do all these things for you guys, but I haven't seen you in ages, and this is high. You know, then you know the whole time that her child was being horrible to us, not just to me, but also my god brother, right, in the kitchen, right. My friend was just outside sitting there, oblivious, you know. And that made me very upset because I thought, you know, as a mom, couldn't you have just come in just to check on your kids? Or couldn't you have come in just to hang out with us? You know, it's not like I've seen her the entire year or something, you know. And I thought it was a good time to catch up. So I felt like I felt it was a slap in the face lah, basically. So that's probably one of the worst things that people have ever said to me. And yeah lah, I don't think I guess my god brother was very angry also because that's his godson. See, so for him the issue was my godson is being horrible, you know. But for me, it's like my friend is like discussing non-age appropriate stuff with my son about us, you know. Yeah, so there were different dynamics. Eventually, I told my friend to get out of my way for a while lah, because you know clearly she cannot do anything right. In the sense that she, you know, it just I don't know, is it she is clueless or I don't know what it was like actually, but everything that she said just made me more frustrated. So I told her, you know, it's like I mean, it's not that I don't value the friendship, but I don't want to be hurt in the process. So I told her, you know, just get out of my way for a while lah, like just stay out of my way, and you know, I mean, if she was still in my circle, we would still be arguing, you know. So what's the point of staying in my circle lah? So yeah, so I think that was probably the worst thing or one of the worst things yeah, that someone has said to me. I took a lot of time talking about this.
So have we learned, don't ask about someone's fertility. And number two, don't talk about shit in front of your child.
Can you imagine if I had replied the child that we don't want children, right? it will start up another thing altogether, you know. It's not like he's gonna let it rest, you get what I mean?
Well, sometimes you can just say, go ask your parents about it. And let the parents deal with it. Teachers, as a teacher, I always used to, because I have my own opinions on things, obviously, but I don't know like what's the parents' stance. Like, number one, do they even want to discuss this topic with the child? You know? So I always like, off you go.
But you see, even if you had children or not, right? It's
None of
your
your
own
business.
decision as a couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Susan is very quiet.
Nothing to add.
Yeah. What's up, Susan?
Yeah, because nowadays a lot of parents they just anyhow talk in front of their kids. And I also see a lot of parents and their kids. Oh, what we always say is that you look at the kids, how they behave, you will roughly know what's their parents' character or the way they conversation, they talk to each other. Yeah. So I think parents is since you are parents, you need to know that what's your responsibility. Yeah, maybe you can just talk anything with your spouse, but try to avoid in front of kids, because you wouldn't know that what your kids have learned from you, you know. Like the kids, my boy, 3 years old, Charlotte 4 years old. Maybe one day they just talk something, then you just so surprised. How come they knows this kind of phrase or whatever? So
Oh, that would be
it's
Stephanie's fault. Very easy.
no, it's not. Even Isaac also. So if let's say we say that, okay,
Then just
good thing
watch.
they absorb, bad things they also
Close your
absorb.
eyes.
Because they cannot differentiate what
Yeah,
is
they don't
the good
know.
or bad things.
Correct.
Yeah, they don't know. So the kids that they do not have fault, but it's the parents that what we talk in front of them, then the way we, let's say, criticize people, they learn also. So if one day you don't be surprised if parents they talk in that way. One day your kids will talk in that way with you.
Yeah.
Criticize in that way.
And
Then you say,
also when
oh,
you show
heart pain.
disrespect, you know, when you show disrespect to your own friends, they will disrespect their own friends also. Because that's how you treat your friends, right? So they will learn that behavior also. And I was very upset because I was trying to tell my friend, you know, right? We have known each other for more than 20 years, you know, my friend and I, and my god brother and stuff like that. We grew up together basically, you know, in a way. And you know, we have always treat her children as ours, you know, like you know how we treat Charlotte and Isaac, right? And then my god brother is his godfather then. So in a way, right, we are not just normal any old person on the street, you get what I mean? Of course, if you go on the street and some idiot comments on your lifestyle, you are like, go away lah, you're an idiot lah, right?
Yeah.
But this one is you have a long term relationship with the person, you know,
That's
and
why it
then you
hurts more, I
just
think
throw it
that's
away.
why.
Yeah.
If it's like a random person, you'd be like, whatever, who cares about what your opinion is? But then it's
No,
like someone
and
is
then I'm
like,
also not asking you to help me with like funding or IVF or whatever things, or you know, I'm also not asking you to, you know, support us, or I don't know, for one of a better word. But you see, even just the basic is gone, you know, it's gone. So for me, right, the only because everything she said, right, after the fact, right, pissed me off even more. So from that time, right, the friendship was never the same again. Like we were very close for many years. When I was in Australia, right, I would save up, you know, although I didn't really have much, okay, I would save up money to buy clothes for, like, you know, very cute like Aussie clothes for her baby, and I will bring it home to give it to her. And these will cost a lot of money. And I remember at that time, my friend's husband was commenting like, huh, why buy this one? Or this one Singapore also have, you know, or like something like so cheap or something lah. But I just let it fall on deaf ears because to me it's like he's not my friend. I don't owe him, you know, because he's my friend's husband. So I just let it be. But my point is that what are y'all discussing? Like, why are y'all instilling this type of values in your children? What have you got to gain? Then they go out to society thinking that all of this is like they can comment on one. So for that reason, right, the friendship was never the same again. It was like you clearly don't respect the friendship. So therefore, whatever she said after that, right, it just made it worse, you know. Like after I don't know whether this is a fair thing to say. Okay, so she's Catholic and they are all Catholic. That's why I cannot be the godparent because the godparent has to be Catholic. So only my godbrother was Catholic, so they got my godbrother instead of me to be the godma, and that was fine because I mean, if you love the child, you love the child. You're not going to care about all these things, right or not? If you love the child, you don't have to be the godparent to love the child, right? But you still love the child. It's not a child's fault. So basically, my godbrother was godparents to both the son and the daughter, I think. Yeah, and we were friends for so many years, right? Been through so much together, and it's just thrown away lor, because like that. Yeah, and after the thing happened, right? She went publicly, you know, she did a very dramatic social media post to say that, oh, I pray that the heaven will judge me or something like that. And then she put a photo of herself praying in the church to show that she's very remorseful about what she did.
Okay.
Instead of properly like trying to address the problem with us. So right, I think I saw that post. You know how intolerant I am of nonsense, right? So I saw that post and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Don't I really go away? You know? I'm like, bye. I'm done, you know. Usually I can tolerate a lot of things, you know, but this one I really decided I'm done. Okay, bye. Like enough. Like seriously. And until today, right, I don't think I have not seen her since 2018. Yeah, I have not seen this family since 2018 because really there's nothing to talk about anymore, right? That will help the relationship. I think it's gone now. Yeah. I still see my godbrother though. Yeah.
Someone in chat says sometimes kids genuinely wonder about such stuff. I'm a teacher and they are just curious sometimes.
Yeah, I know, but I think the okay, it's natural for children to think and wonder about stuff, but I think because the whole conversation was a very long one, that we had with the child, it's not possible for me to remember the entire conversation. But I do remember certain parts of the conversation where like the child felt that the child said something like, you know, something along the lines of like we are waiting too long to have children. Now that is definitely not a children's concept of, I mean, if you ask why, right? You won't be judging. You know, judgment is a different thing from curiosity. Does that make
I think
sense?
also, if my friend's child were to say something inappropriate, that's them. But then if I were to go to my friend and say, your child said something inappropriate, and my friend's response to me was, oh, but it's not a big deal, then I will be upset at the friend because your instinctual response should be, I'm very sorry that they say something so horrible to you. That's like the problem in this situation. You know,
Actually, I
if the
don't know
friend,
what the problem is lah. Okay,
if
but
the
I'm
friend
not hanging
value that
around to
friendship,
find out also. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you are discussing these sort of non-age appropriate things with your child or in the earshot of your child, right? Then, for me, I don't think it's fair even to me. Yeah. So even it's not legit lah. Is what I'm trying to say. What? I mean, it's like trying to say, you know, someone decided to be. I mean, it doesn't have to be about giving birth, you know, or having children. You know, it could be this person is gay, right? The child learns your judgment, right, about the matter. The child can say, why is this person gay? But then your response will determine whether it's a good or a bad thing to be gay. Does that make sense? Yeah, the child can ask mommy what is being gay about, or like, you know,
why the two
why
girls
do
together,
people want to be gay? Yeah, or you know, you can ask why questions. But this one is a judgment really. It was more of a judgment that you hear from someone else, and then they pass the judgment. Because a 10-year-old will not judge you for having kids or not. They might ask you whether they want you, why don't you have kids? Okay, that was legit. They can ask like, you know, why, you know, is, you know, like they can ask if, you know, if someone's sick or something. But to have it as a judgment is an adult thing. That's what I think lah. The judgment part was the adult part. About adult influence. Yeah.
So don't talk nonsense around your children, basically.
Don't talk nonsense.
I think also,
I've
I've heard very
to this
strange
day,
things from children as well.
Yeah, I've also heard very strange things from children. I mean, this is not just the pair of children that I know. I have a best friend who has also a very rambunctious boy, as well as a girl. And then I also have
They
a
ask very
niece
strange
and a
questions
nephew.
also.
Yeah, so I'm not a very intolerant person to begin with, you know. I'm not the kind lah, you know. I'm not easily. I mean, if it's a kid saying it, I don't take it to heart so easily. But for me, it was also the aftermath that really hit, you know, like it's not just the child, you know, rambling on, but you have to put up with explaining to your so-called good friend of many years that she hurt, it's hurting. I think her original response was to laugh it off, you know. And that was wow, that one really I think I don't know who was more offended and I cannot remember. I cannot remember if it was more offensive to my god brother or me at that point. Because both of us was just so offended at different parts of the thing. I can't remember already. Yeah, I put it behind me. I mean, if I were to see my friend again, I would just treat it as though nothing happened lah. But of course, I just take it with a pinch of salt lah, you know. It's just that I mean, judgment is something that we pass down to our children now, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, a child doesn't learn to condemn, you know, where does the child learn hatred from? Or judgment, you know?
Shall we move
Are
on to the next
children
question?
naturally judgmental?
Yes, I do think they are.
On
I do
these
think
sort of
they are.
things?
Not on these sort of things lah.
Okay.
But I do think that kids can be
No,
quite
they can
nasty.
form opinions. They can form opinions. But what my point is that how much of the opinion is from the adult?
I do think
I'm
that
speaking of opinions that they form by themselves, you know, like judgment.
I do think that kids can be very nasty though.
Yeah, but a lot of it comes from the adults. If your parents are always quarreling at home, right? Or your parents treat like friends like trash, right? Then the child will pick up also.
But I think you can have a very balanced family dynamic and still have the child unknowing because they don't have filter. They don't know what's appropriate, what's an appropriate thought. And what
Yeah lah, they
isn't.
pick up from somewhere lah. But my point is that they have to pick up from somewhere, right? Or you feel that they don't even need to pick up from. They have to.
No.
They watch TV. They deal with other people.
Yeah, I
they deal
guess.
with
I
other
mean, a
kids.
child cannot live in a vacuum. But I also feel that children can come up with very original, nasty thoughts sometimes.
I guess so, but nasty thoughts in such a complex
Not in
dynamic.
this case lah. I'm talking about like
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
in general.
This one was really like interrogation, no? So after interrogating one, they go interrogate another one. Like move on to the next person to tegang. Yeah.
Okay, shall we move on to the next question?
Yes, please. I don't know how I stayed on this so long, so sorry. Okay, so the last question. Very happy, everybody.
What's
What
the
would
third
you
question?
have? This
Oh,
lah.
there's the fourth. Yeah, okay. This is the fourth question.
This
We only
is
have
the
four
third
questions.
question. Well, if you want one more, I can always
No.
substitute from another week.
No, we have four. What's your favorite sport in your house? Things you're good at, and the worst
Yeah,
thing
so
that
if you
say
want
to-
a fifth one, I can always substitute it.
Don't want. Okay, come. Last one.
What would you have done differently if you were able to go back to 2020?
Go. Invest in Amazon stocks. What we have done differently?
Let me think about 2020. What went on in 2020? I a bit cannot remember.
What went into crisis? What we have done differently? What were we doing in 2020? Were we still at Clarke Quay?
Yeah.
Because we had just started CZTA.
No, that was
No meh?
2017.
Not the international one. Yeah.
You didn't say man.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
CCTA. What?
implied.
I'm not wrong.
It's implied. Susan, what were you doing in 2020?
Nothing.
2020, quarantine at home,
Yeah, literally nothing.
then start doing online class.
Is this before or after
Actually,
after?
I'm quite happy with that. Besides the virus,
Uh,
everything else is. I find that
No, not
although
not
it's a
Isaac meh?
challenge, huh? I
I
said
thought
what?
Isaac was born.
2019.
Yeah lah, so
ah,
you're looking after Isaac lah.
Yeah, the time is still
now
1 year.
still now still looking after.
Mm. But that time I'm still working, so most of the time my mother-in-law taking care when I go to work. Then when the pandemic start, we all quarantine at home, work from home. Then there's a more time that spent together with Isaac and also my mother-in-law.
Mm.
Yeah. Then actually I find that all the things, all the changes that happened in 2020 also quite good. Yeah, just that virus is not good, not not the things that we are welcome. But other than that, I think I do not want to change anything. Mm. Yeah, 2020.
So you don't want to change anything?
I think those are good. If I can choose not to have that virus, of course,
Aiyo,
that's
the
the best
question is
part lah.
what would you have done differently if you are in the
No, so it's no,
No lah, yeah lah.
no,
I
because I'm very
think
happy with
everybody
what
will
I
try
did.
to everyone will try to reverse the virus if they could, right? I think. Unless maybe some evil people.
CEO of Walmart, CEO of Grab.
What?
They are very happy what that the virus happened.
Then?
Must make their company a lot of money.
Then go work for them. Ah.
Don't want. Why would you want to work for them? You want to be them or maybe
Then
not
then
be
they
them.
give you the bonus what?
No,
Why?
Amazon's workers are treated like crap and they didn't receive any benefits from the whole
Then you
situation.
go join them and then you start a revolution.
What? Viva la Republic! Is it the French in me must go on strike?
Yeah, go on strike. I think for me, right, I think I would change I would have quit my job earlier. Yeah. I say that because right, my job was I was originally hired to do something and then they kept changing my job scope. I was actually hired to run programs and they kept changing my job scope. They kept asking me for information as to how to, move online and everything, how to promote classes online, how to do online marketing, how to basically everything that we're doing right now, they wanted, for themselves. And they know that I have my own company. So a lot of, I think Steph will remember, a lot of the things that my boss tried to do was very counter to, was quite unfair to me lah, as an employee in their company because they wanted me to basically give them all my company secrets or how I market my company or how I do certain things, right? They wanted me to do that for their company, except that my pay was very little and I wasn't being treated fairly also lah. Or rather, I don't think I was treated fairly because I was hired for one purpose and then they kept changing the goalposts in a way. So if in a way, if I had left earlier, I wouldn't have to endure so much stress and maybe I could focus more on the studio. Not that I don't focus on the studio, but I will have more time lah to focus on the studio. And I think that the studio really only took off when I was full time. I think Steph might know what I'm talking about. I think. Or maybe she's like, go away, I had enough of you.
做卵
Yeah.
here, hiya.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think if I had my way, I might have quit earlier. Although it's financially a issue if I quit earlier.
Well, then they ask for advice, then they would like not take the advice.
Yeah. So they
Remember?
will get me to run around like a mad person. You ask Stephanie, right? And then right after I do all the running around, right, then they'll change their mind. So it happened to me so many times that I got so annoyed that one of the last things that they did that they kept changing their mind was they suddenly put me in charge of cold calling people. And I'm not a salesperson. I don't do sales. Like I don't have sales background, and I don't have interest in sales also. And for me, right, cold calling was something I just did in order to preserve my job. So already against cold calling, but they made me do it, and so I prepared a cold calling list lah. And then I would come into work like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then on the other days I'll be busy with studio work. So it was it was a very busy period of my life, and I was trying to cook and clean and everything because we're all working from home, right? Like everybody needs to eat, right? So I was kind of like running around crazy. One day I logged in into the system to find all my files messed up and deleted. Like my cold calling files, all the contact numbers were gone. And well, I'm not gonna be polite here, but my very wonderful boss decided to tell me to go back to the internet for each and every contact number that I had painstakingly put in the file ready for calling. So I decided that I'm done. That was the last straw for me because I cannot deal with it. I couldn't deal with it because I mean there were hundreds and hundreds of numbers in that list that I had collated from scratch. And then suddenly one day you tell me not to use the list anymore and you delete the whole thing. You don't
For the
even have a
last save.
backup, you know?
Right.
No, okay, we save it on the cloud. It's kind of like Google Drive.
Mm-hmm.
So she deleted the master file.
Oh. Why? Such a weird thing to do.
So I decided, okay, I'm done. And then I left.
Mm.
And then, yeah, I left. I didn't tell you about this, man.
I remember the spreadsheet, but I didn't remember.
Yeah, it's
like,
a spreadsheet. It's a spreadsheet.
No, I didn't remember like the whole deleting thing.
Yeah, it's the spreadsheet that she deleted. All the numbers
Very good.
in my spreadsheet.
Very good.
And yeah, and I just didn't have the patience to go because you know when you collate off the internet, sometimes the website is no longer there, or stuff change, But I don't even have the backup, right? I can't even refer to who, and what and where. And yeah, it was just so I handed in my resignation, and then I stopped lah with them. I was really upset though because I mean I never start a job in order to leave lah, So it was quite a. But I think I should have left earlier lah, in the sense that if it was going to turn bad, I shouldn't have put in so much effort. Does that make sense? Like I tried to make it work. So I was constantly trying to make it work, and then I mean they were doing other things to me as well lah. So like I think they were moving offices and then they left certain things for me that I don't think should be left to someone who is a temp, but they did that anyway, or rather not a temp but a
No, they didn't even
part-timer.
tell you. They didn't even tell you that they were going to move until like the last minute. They're like, oh yeah, by the way.
No, it was a very rushed thing. Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad that maybe I should have left earlier. Then I have more energy and everything. So that's something that I will do differently. What will you have done differently, Stephanie?
Skiving 2020. How old was I? 25. No. Yeah, 25. My math cannot math. 25 years old.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Skiving. What was I doing at 25? Susan, I'm like you. What was I doing?
Why are you like her? She got do things.
No, as in she can't remember what happened in 2020. We are all the blah blah. What's going on? I don't know leh. 2020.
We did CCTAE 2020 lah, at
Yeah.
least. Yeah. So if we didn't record photos and put up thinking and all those kind of things, you'll forget, is it?
Yeah, man.
Ay, my goodness.
But it was a good year. It was a good year.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying that what do you
Well, I
remember
mean,
from it, and
maybe
then
that's,
enough
maybe
to
that's a bit,
change it, right?
maybe that's offensive to some people. 2020 was a good year. How dare you?
Yeah, maybe they lost their
Sorry,
their
very, very
family
sorry.
members.
I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it that way. Goodness. Buy stocks in Amazon, yeah, maybe that would have been good.
Actually, if you buy stocks in Taobao, you better.
Yeah. But Taobao don't
Yeah.
let me log in French citizens and trying to steal our secrets, throw her out.
Oh yeah, maybe
Yeah, I always cannot log in, I don't know why.
Never mind, now you got Susan.
Yes, so my Susan is my go between.
Your
So
Susan is your
Susan, if very soon
Yes.
after this you sadly cannot log into Taobao, it will confirm my suspicion
what suspicion?
that they purposely don't want to let me in. Yeah, but
Is
nothing to
it
complain.
because you don't have a not login?
No, I do. Then they just
Then
don't let
how
me log
come?
in. I don't know. Let's not talk about it.
They pay money.
Hey, they don't even let me order anything. They're like, no,
They
not
pay
allowed.
money.
Not allowed to come. You
Or
stay
you go
outside.
to the wrong page.
No, I never.
Yeah.
Cannot read the Chinese character.
You
Huh?
horrible, you are. Last warning,
How come? But you can go to AliExpress leh.
I can go AliExpress. Maybe that's why they're like, no, you're not supposed to be here. You go AliExpress.
What? Got such thing one
AliExpress charge more.
Susan, are you sure got such thing?
I
Susan
don't
trying
know.
to pull our leg
I know.
She trying to pull our leg so that every time we need to order from Taobao be your job.
Don't disturb me.
This is a level up of
Okay.
skiving.
Yes.
Very good.
I don't know how to log in.
I also want to learn.
Cannot, you cannot learn her. This one, she already tried it once already. She
Yes,
won't let you
it's
pass
one
one.
time use. One time use.
Aiyo.
Then Susan, you will say, cannot log into Amazon. That one your daiji. If you want need anything from Amazon, it's your
But we
problem.
hardly buy from Amazon. Do you? Do we?
Maybe next time we will.
I bought a couple of things from Amazon and then I tried to delete my account after that.
Tried to
Because
hold you
they
hostage.
they track you. They track your. I don't like the way that they track you.
I don't mind.
Not that Taobao doesn't track you lah.
Depends on which organization you want to give your information to. Okay,
Yeah.
shall we talk about tiles? Oh no, I smashed it. Want to
Okay.
go first? Susan?
2 tiles today. 3 Z tiles and 1 Zendala. So yeah, this is with the Annie Mocha.
Anymore.
Annie Mocha.
Oh no.
Then I use the Sakura, the watercolor. There's a gold color that to color at the background to match with the gold which can be tinted. Then the other one also an Annie flux.
Aiyo.
Oh.
Because I didn't know how to use other Tangle to match. So anyhow choose. So it's Annie flux and Annie mocha.
Anyhow choose.
Anyhow choose.
And
I
then you
also
say
have a
I'm
3Z
lame
tile.
You say
Ah,
I'm
what?
lame. She can why I cannot?
Can. Nobody say cannot. It's just it will have the sigh every time.
Because she like to tease you. That's why you
Good to
cannot.
disturb
Never
your
mind,
face.
I shall
good
get
to
my
disturb.
revenge
Yo, how?
by
I'm very scared.
putting out very difficult questions.
Yo, Susan.
Then the question for her
Cholesterol
only,
damage.
not for me.
Okay.
Yo, I got such a thing.
Thank you.
Terrible.
This is the 奸笑 moment.
Okay.
Then you see, I told you what, Susan got the 奸笑 moment one. So that's
Yo.
the 奸笑 moment. Yeah.
So, Debbie, yours?
What?
Your
My
towel
what?
lah.
Oh,
Not your
my
尖叫
towel.
lah.
Well, my towel is also part of my 奸笑.
What?
I have two tiles. So I have a green tile because in the 7FR challenge is hopeless green.
Glamorous green. My
Hopeless
anyhow.
green. Anyhow.
Yo.
And then and then I have a Kakoka N and a Kakoka N petite.
Oh.
And then the Tangle is Annie.
Okay.
So
Moving
this
on.
is these tiles are by H&S Tokai, which is actually stands for Hiromi and Sayomi. So Hiromi and Sayomi made in Japan. This is cotton blend art paper. Very cute colors. I like the blue. So this black very dark tile is actually blue, midnight blue. Yeah.
Is it my turn now?
It depends.
Who are we missing?
It depends.
Depends on what? Feng Shui.
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense?
Your tile lah. Hiya.
I did 3 tiles today, but the
Oh,
first
very
tile,
ambitious, man.
but the first tile was already like
What the heck?
3/4 done. So
Why do you need to do 3 tiles today? You want to spoil the market.
because today 51st
I
episode,
tell you
must
what,
be
it
best.
started with, okay, I'm going to do 2 tiles. Then now I'm going to do 3 tiles. I'm not going to compete. I'm just going to do 1 tile next round.
It's celebratory for 51st episode, 52nd episode. Pardon me. See my nails so bad until can't even
No,
count.
this is the what will you do differently if you go back to next week?
Yes, very good. Okay, I've just completed this 3Z tile. This 3Z tile was already pre-tinted, and then I did a mono tangle of the Tangle Annie. Shading was done with watercolor pencils from Faber-Castell. Yeah, and then green also for the green theme. Actually, I wanted to do shading in blue, but now I was like, oh yeah, green theme.
Green for the green tea.
Green theme.
Oh,
It's a
tea.
at the back.
I heard matcha green tea, you know,
Yo.
the green tea.
So thirsty. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was my second tile. Tinted by Debbie. I don't know if I can see
Actually, that's a
anything.
nice green, no? Matcha green.
We're talking about my tile
Matcha
now.
green.
Like this
Matcha
tile.
green.
This
Matcha
tile.
green. It's matcha green.
Oh, matcha green. You sure?
No, I'm kidding. It's actually pistachio or something
Yeah, it's
like
more
that.
pistachio, right? Okay.
Matcha green.
Background tinted by Debbie. I did shading using Faber-Castell Peak Graphite Matte 14B. It's pencil. Very nice. And then the last piece is the largest piece. I started
The
it
large piece is the largest piece.
the piece, the resistance, no. This started on a previous live session and I completed it today.
So funny.
So
The
yeah.
largest piece is the
Do
largest
you
piece. Okay, very
think-
good.
Do you think I got 2 ideas? One is I can
Do you
either
think you
follow.
got 2 ideas?
Listen. Idea 1 is I will cut the tile according to the edge of the watercolor.
Why?
Then make it a nice shape, a cute shape.
It's a cold.
Yeah. So make the kohl into a literal kohl. Or the idea 2 is I will do white tangling on the color background. Which one is nicer? What do you think?
I don't know. I think you should
Susan
ask
here?
Susan. No.
Susan, where do you go? She's like, yeah, okay, I done homework. Bye.
He's like, I'm done. Bye.
Yeah, so it was nice. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. If you'd like to watch a recording of today's session, it'll be available on our Instagram at 7forest5rivers and also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/7f5r studio. Thank you so much for sticking with us for a whole year of nonsenses. We've enjoyed ourselves so
Is there
far.
even such a word?
Yes.
Nonsenses.
Nonsenses like the word beef bosh. We hope you join us next week, 2:45 p.m. Singapore time on a Wednesday. There'll also be, I think, next week is the Mindful Meal on Mondays on the 26th of September 2022, 2:45 p.m. Singapore time. It will be the last Mindful Meal on Mondays, actually. Yeah, so we hope you join us for that momentous, I guess, celebratory closure episode. Yeah, and then in the future we might have other different kinds of live sessions on Monday or maybe on a different
They
day.
can have different lives.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, she's back. I heard her giggling.
Hi, Susan.
Yes, are you calling me just now?
Yeah, I
I'm
wanted to ask
awake.
you about this. Should I cut out along the edge of the watercolor, or should I draw white tangles on the color background?
I think the color background, keep it very nice.
Then should I cut it out or
Don't
should I
draw
just
on
leave
it.
it finish?
You can cut it out if you want.
I think it's your own fault because you decided to do
My
it
own
like that.
fault. Why is it my
You got
fault, yo? I'm gonna cut out this part. Then it'll just be a
You know
curl.
why? You know why?
Yeah, as a window.
Yeah.
You know why or not? Because I tinted that and then she wanted it. So then she should have conceptualized it like,
I
with
already
the frame, right?
conceptualized it. Then
Yeah, so
frame
your
But Debbie, what's your initial plan for this, Debbie?
it's a coal.
yeah, then I
Yeah,
curl
then
already
what are you going to do?
As a frame,
Then frame what? Then
Yeah,
I
so
can
my
go here.
point. Yeah, so my point was
Okay.
the idea was to draw around on the watercolor.
Yeah, around what? On the
That's
watercolor.
inside.
On
Oh, okay. I will part three this, KIV. Okay. So join us next week.
draw
Maybe
another
I'll-
call.
Yeah, maybe I'll continue that same drawing. Yeah.
大口.
You can see Debbie's tiles, more close-ups of Debbie's tiles on her profile at tangled.pursuits. Susan will post her tiles at susanyeo.czt, and I'll be posting the calls, which means mouth in Chinese, on my own profile,
You, you
_Wiltro.
see why I gave it to her?
Yes, I'm very big mouth. I got something to show you guys before I close. Hold on.
Aiyo.
Debbie gave me this. So she said, remind me, or if you remind her of me. Look,
Yeah, it's
Another
pink.
taco.
It's pink and it's sparkly and it
Glittery.
looks like her like constantly yelling.
and I put it on my desk. Yes, very good.
It looks like her. I don't know, is it freaking out or angry or hangry or
Yeah,
what?
yeah. You want food.
Yeah. Hangry.
It's like the Susan saying, you don't pay attention to me, I will die. Yeah. So if you tangle along with us, if you use the string, the Y-shaped string, or the Tangle Annie by Elena Babayants. I don't know whether it's Babayants or Babayants. Say in the French way. If you done either of those things, you can post your tile in the 7F5R challenge group on Facebook. You can search 7F5R challenge directly in your Facebook search bar, or go to this link to join our group. You just need to answer some security questions so that we know that you're not a bot. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We had a lot of fun, and we hope to see you again next week, Monday or Wednesday. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.